Hello and welcome. I wonder if she's really good at booping. I wonder if I can get her to do it on camera. Dex? Dex? That was a harder boop than I intended. She normally just puts her nose on mine. There you go. Yeah, she's a really good booper. Anyway, hello and welcome. It's time to start another vlog. So yeah, I decided to take a little break from vlogging, as you guys probably know. I assume a lot of you have been here for a hot second. But anyway, and so I took like 2 weeks off, 2.5 maybe. And in that time, all the good news I had for you is no longer viable, and I only have like medium to bad news. So like, naturally. So for the most part, nothing big's going on. So many boobs. You're such a good kitty. Except she's not. She's actually a little demon, but I love her anyway. So, yeah, okay. First things first, Hex and Honey. So Hex got on a new medication for her respiratory issues, and they are working a lot better than the Enra was. So the thing with that is that cat's trying to get comfortable. They're working better, but they're still not completely taking care of the problem, because at this point she does just have lung scarring. Like a lot of the damage that's been done is permanent, unfortunately. And so she's doing much, much better, but unfortunately her tumor has gotten a lot bigger and her HLD has gotten a lot worse, and she's not going to fully recover from her respiratory problems. So she's doing okay enough that I'm not like considering euthanasia right this second, but I am monitoring her health daily, and if she stops seeming as active and happy, or if the tumor gets big enough that it's starting to cause problems at all, because there is some wiggle room with some tumors. Hers is on her stomach, and the thing with that is with her HLD, it's going to drag, and I don't want it to get to a point where right now it's about the size of a marble. It's not very large. But I don't want it to get to the point where it starts to drag on anything because of her HLD, because she could quite easily tear it open if I let that happen. So for right now, we're just monitoring her, and she's doing as good as she can. And once we get to a point where either the tumor becomes a problem, the HLD becomes a problem, the respiratory issues become a problem, or all three, I will take her in. And then Honey, she has heart failure. I've mentioned that a couple times. She did get on a diuretic, and it helped a lot. She's been on it for almost 4 weeks now. And for the first 2.5 weeks, she wasn't making any noise. She was completely silent. And then earlier this week, she started making noise again. So I'm going to be taking her into the vet. Currently, she's on the diuretic once a day. And the diuretic, what it does is it drains the fluid from around the heart, and she just pees it out. So she's on it once a day, and diuretic only lasts about 8 hours. So I'm going to take her in and try to get her put on a twice-a-day dose so that 16 of 24 hours will be covered in a day, and hopefully that will last for a while. But the thing with heart failure is you can't stop it or reverse it. She is on palliative care now, and I'm treating the symptoms, not the cause, because her heart is just failing. So that's the case with them. Fifey's doing okay. She had like a weird day last week where she was acting really off, and not in like a emergency vet way, but in a like a something happened way. And I couldn't figure out what it was. We were thinking like maybe she had a minor stroke, maybe it was the start of like a pituitary tumor. And then she just kind of bounced back and started acting more normal. She hasn't fully bounced back. I'm pretty sure she has arthritis in her back hips, because she moves pretty stiffly now, and it's not like HLD stiffness. It's like just her tail is fully functional, but it's just like she can't get the power in her back legs to move. So she might have arthritis, but they are otherwise doing fine for rats that are 2.5. So basically for them, they are just kind of living their life together right now, and I'm just going to see how it goes. I have no plans to do intros with the Grabies at the moment, because none of them are really in a place where I feel comfortable to do intros. If Honey and Hex both pass away and Fifey isn't any worse, then I will do intros. I will probably do, I probably won't go straight to the carrier method, because that is a high stress intro. I'll probably start with like neutral space and slowly work my way up if I can, because that'll be easier on Fifey. But we will just have to see what happens. I am currently thinking that my last two are probably going to end up having to be put to sleep together, which I've done once before, and it's very, very, very hard to lose two at once. But yeah. So yeah, the only other thing to talk about really is babies. So yeah, I mentioned in my cleaning video that I might be getting some baby boys, and I said that actually I won't be. Basically what happened there is the rescue I got Baker from, as a matter of fact, had some 4 dumped baby boys in 3 separate instances. People just dump rats a lot, and I was going to get the 2 older ones, and I was going to put them in here with the Weather Girls and Baker. But then a lone rat situation popped up and the babies ended up going to that person, which I understand lone rats take priority. I have no hard feelings whatsoever. I was disappointed, but I have no hard feelings. So I'm not going to be getting those babies. I will, however, be getting babies from somewhere else, a breeder. Probably not until like late November, probably, maybe early December. But I will be getting those babies. I have no idea if my grannies are even going to be around. I know Ducky won't. Ducky is 3 years and 2 months old, and she's not going to be around very much longer. I can see that she's like getting ready to be done. So I'll probably be taking Ducky in maybe within this vlog. I don't know, but I'm monitoring her as well. But we'll just see how long the vlog goes. But I'll be putting the new babies with the grabies, and they'll all go into that Critter Nation where the grannies currently are. If any of the grannies are still around and haven't been introed, then they will go into the single story, which will honestly probably be better for them, because I can see that their mobility is starting to go for Fifey and Honey. Hex's mobility has been going, so not having them in such a tall cage will help a lot with that, just for like their safety and my paranoia, if you will. But yeah, I don't have much going on other than Honey's vet appointment on Friday, which I'll update you on when I'm done with it. And then cleaning wise, I do need to vacuum a lot, and I might take you along with me just as incentive to vacuum everything that needs vacuuming. But we'll see. I asked Cappy if she wanted to make an appearance, and her response was, "You want to film my flowers?"
Yeah, my boyfriend got these for me. He went to like a nursery or something and got me these when he came over this weekend. Look at this.
I'm gonna get all up in there for you guys.
I'm desperately trying to keep them from molding. I changed the water 2 days ago and I checked today and there was a thing of mold, so I don't know what to do. I'm very frustrated.
This is like baby's breath that's all dried and stuff. We actually use this in Warren's jar. But yeah, these won't be part of a jar. These are Cappy's.
See, it's like I feel like the option is to take them out of the water and just have them. They won't last very long. Ugh, I don't know what to do. I'm very distressed about it. I don't want them to get moldy.
Well, plant people, how do you keep flowers that have been plucked from getting moldy? Let us know in the comments.
Please.
I'm sure there's a plant person amongst you.
They're so beautiful.
I want to be a plant person.
They're so gorgeous.
Alas, I am not a plant person.
Yeah, he also got me this moss agate tumble. It's a really good one. Sometimes men are okay.
One more overview. Okay. As I said, I have Cappy here to hold me accountable for the chores I need to do.
I mean, hold you accountable.
That's what I said earlier, is I was going to drag you along so that I'd actually do the vacuuming.
I haven't cleaned. I thought I saw your sink and I was like, I need to clean this, and I was like, I don't care.
You need to do the white vinegar and baking soda.
Oh God,
like
yeah.
really badly, honestly. Like
Yeah.
when I use your sink, it drains so nicely. I can hear the water gurgle. When I do my sink, it's just like, help me, please, 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 put me down. Yeah. So we really need to do that. All right. I guess I can just use this cord. I don't need to do the entryway.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, obviously.
But yeah, I have to get under the cages. It's a mess. So.
Do I record while you vacuum? It's gonna be loud.
Oh, you know what? We can just do it before and after.
Okay. All right. This is the before. Terrible. Awful. Disgusting. These hooligans are responsible.
Yeah.
I don't know where anyone is. I hear chewing. I see. Oh,
Is it Hex?
she's hidden like Waldo.
Oh. Who
Ow.
is it?
It's not Hex.
Honey!
Hello. What have you done? God, what have you done?
It's probably not as bad over there. I've always been under that cage too.
Pig Pony Club. Your dad's in the Pig Pony Club.
Alright.
She's a pink pony girl is what I meant. And she dances at the club.
Okay, here we go.
Explain to the kids what you're doing.
I got to vacuum my air purifier.
That's not great.
No, I was supposed to do it 2 weeks ago. So, oops. I forgot.
You know, I don't have an air filter in my room, but seeing that makes me worry a little bit about what's going. Because every time I change the air filter for the whole house, it's pretty bad.
Oh yeah.
I change it monthly, and it's really bad. So I kind of wonder if we're just constantly breathing in terrible things, and that's why I wake up every morning with a sore throat.
Do you want an air filter? I can get you one of these.
No, it's probably $150.
This one's $100, yeah, I think.
Ugh.
It's worth it. Because imagine if that didn't suck up all that crap.
Disgusting.
Admittedly, it was a lazy job, but it does look better.
It does. So you can see the lines. That's fancy. Well, oh.
Yeah, I didn't get that side.
Dang, you didn't even try.
I forgot, but I got the other sides.
Yeah, that's success. My mom would have beat me if this was my job. I did it at the house.
My
But
mom would have just guilted me. But now I do all the cleaning, so. Do you want to see how dark it is without my light bulb fixed? Because I still haven't done it.
I hate the vibes.
It's so dark. I need to bring up the ladder.
Yeah, I'm not tall enough to reach the light nipple, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably could. I don't want to crawl in the bed because these beds are actually not very strong.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would just change it. But I don't have to take risks that I don't want to. I deserve to not have to take risks. Terrible. Awful.
Yeah, they don't even see the front where all the sandwich chips are.
That's disgusting. Free feet. Disgusting. That's Chucky. R.I.P. to the Chucky TV show.
Yeah, it was a bummer. This is that stuff we need to take to half-price books.
Yeah, we just did like a book purge, and I don't feel great about it only because I feel like if I don't have a lot of books, then I'm not a real book fan, and people will, I don't know, hunt me down and burn me at the stake or something.
Well, you are a woman.
That's true. Actually, looking at it like this, it looks like I have a lot of books. It just feels like I barely have any.
For context, I used to have nearly 1,000 books, and currently I have like 250.
Here's the thing. I also, at some point, had as many as you, but I would get rid of them. I was way more freely getting rid of books that I didn't want anymore because I had very limited space. And I probably actually now technically have more books than I ever had because of the comics, but in my brain, I don't count the comics, I guess.
Yeah. I still read. I still read a lot.
Yeah, I'm reading more than I have in years.
I'm getting out of a major reading slump. My reading slumps are awful. But I still read a lot. I just don't own books as much because as I got older, I needed to make room for other things I cared about, like the rats and Cappy. And the books became a burden that I unburdened myself
That's
with.
the thing. As like I have that complex of like, if you don't have a physical version of the thing you love, do you really love it? Which is a very capitalist kind of way to look at it, I think. And I think also, not to be, I don't want to disrespect anyone, but I think like watching a lot of booktubers skewed my view on what it meant to enjoy books. It's like, oh, you have to have books. You have to have prints of scenes from books. Mm-hmm. You have to have little Owl Crate goodies of it, or you're not a real book fan. But I mean, I am genuinely reading more now than I have in many years, and this is technically the least books I've had since I was like 17, not including the comics.
For me, I just love the physicality of books, because
Me
it took
too.
me a long time to get into BookTube, and when I did, I was in the process of just yeeting every book I had, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like whittling it down to just my favorites, essentially, and I'm very close to being there. It's just some are sticking around for the time being.
Well, the thing, also, like, you have a whole shelf that's puzzles, which you really like,
Yeah,
and then you have these crystals and
my
the memorials.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess part of growing up is just like, oh, I like other things, and I can't hold on, because, like, I haven't even read a lot of these books more than once.
I imagine, like a lot of 90s kids, I just really enjoyed the physicality of media for a long time. And now I am an adult who needs space. So
And we have had to pack our things into boxes many times.
nothing will cure you of wanting books than having to carry like 30 to 45 boxes of books upstairs. Are you enjoying this rat vlog?
Hey, there's rats here.
Alright.
You included me, and I always go off on tangents about book stuff on your thing. I'm sure that if I included you in the book videos for the YouTube TikTok thing, you'd probably talk about rats, to be fair.
Yeah, probably. I love what I love. And I love them.
Alright, vacuum time.
Yes.
Yes! Clean! Get after it. Yeah, look at that. Whoa.
Alright, I'm gonna move them back and then they get an after vacuum treat. That's how I train my rats not to be scared of the vacuum.
Yeah, they get really demanding of it. My girls, the second the vacuum showed up in the room, they would be pounding on the bars to get their treat, and it's like, you didn't even do.
Did you want to do that?
Oh, sure. Here, you can record, and I'll do it.
Okay.
Oh. Yes, give me that tube.
It's Gabby!
Yeah, drink more water.
Her shirt. And her philosophy in life.
Wrist just popped.
Oh, God.
Welcome to 31. Also, Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Awesome. She's too eager to
Yeah.
fight for me to continue.
Oh, is that Kelpie? Yeah, Kelpie!
Look at her.
Kelpie's she's the high energy one. Okay. Now I'll move them back and give them their after vacuum treat. Okay, Kelp, ready? Let's go, Dr. Kelp.
Oh.
We're going on an adventure.
Oh.
Okay, ready? And we scoot. I don't think that's exactly where it was before, but that's gonna have to be fine.
Well, this is pretty temporary anyway.
Yeah.
They're almost done being in this library.
Ursula. And then Thistle's not as food motive.
She just drop.
Here you go. Alright, Thistle is not as food motivated, so I don't know if she's gonna take this from me. There we go. Good babies. Good babies. Do you want another bribery? Oh, see,
Jeez.
that's why they're on the floor. There we go. So yeah. Also, I think our vacuum has some issues.
Oh God, is it almost dead?
It might be. It smells like hot plastic when I turn
Yeah,
it on.
I smell like metallic.
Yeah, it's like bad. So I think the belt might die soon.
Oh God.
And we can just get a new vacuum because we
I
hate
want
this
one.
one.
See, I want one of those little cute portable ones that you put on the charger, but I fear that the tank is too small. We'll have to dump it like every time we vacuum because like that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, the rats do produce a lot, and then we also have cats.
That's kind of my only concern because I would love it if we had one of those. My hair is as long as yours actually now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's really annoying.
Yeah,
I hate it.
We're probably going to do a little chop soon.
Should we do it on Thanksgiving?
Yeah, sure. Make an annual thing. Alright. I have no idea if this is the end of the vlog or not. If it is, I'll do an outro in a minute. Or I'll do an outro a little later.
You do the outro.
Let me fight!
Okay. Well,
I just feel like that's what's going through her head is let me out, let me fight, let me destroy things.
I think that's against the terms and service thing of YouTube. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sorry, Kelpie.
Mm.
I love you.
Do you want to talk about your feelings on the Chucky show getting canceled?
I have mixed
While we
feelings.
talk about...
I loved the show. I did, but I also felt like it wasn't the best format for Chucky because it was just too much Chucky in a weird way. Like he was too antagonistic.
Yeah, honestly, we
I
could
know
probably...
he's a killer doll, but his best utilization, in my opinion, was when he was the protagonist of the movie.
I think that we could probably sit for 15 minutes and talk about Chucky, to be honest, but what I will say, Chucky is a shockingly complex character for a killer doll who is possessing it through voodoo. So, I mean, if you want to hear us do an entire rant or / praise session about Chucky, if a single person comments in this comment thingy, I will force Sarah to do an entire video just about talking about Chucky. So literally, just one of you has to be a hero, and I will sit with Sarah and we will discuss Chucky. The whole series and the show. The whole franchise. Like, comment, and subscribe.
A little ratty ASMR for you. But, okay. So, there's some hex butt. Honey is in there. I said I'd update you after her appointment, and she did have her appointment. It went really well. She is not going permanently on 2 doses of diuretics a day yet. The vet basically said that sometimes they just need a little push to help drain a little bit of extra. So she'd rather trial her on a 3-day course of 2 times a day because it's so hard on the kidneys. She didn't want to just immediately hop to 2 times a day. So we're going to do that. I do kind of get the feeling she's going to end up permanently on 2 times a day, but that's okay. We'll just have to deal with that. Hi, baby. Now, again, heart failure cannot be stopped. It can only be slowed down. She is on palliative care, essentially. So hopefully I get some more time with her, but we will just have to see. Hi, Fifey. Oh, you're so pretty. Fifey. Oh, don't steal that from her. You go in there. Good girl. My old ladies are old, y'all. So, anyway. So yeah, we'll see how that goes with Honey. I don't know if you could hear her. She is still making noise. Today was her first day of 2 times a day, so we're just gonna have to see how that goes. She's doing okay. She, like, behavioral wise, she hasn't really gotten much worse. The only other thing is I am going to be saying goodbye to Ducky, probably between this vlog and the next, because I just don't really want to vlog while that's happening. We had an incident, basically, where she got stuck overnight. So she was stuck for hours. And even though she can still climb to the top and she can still navigate the cage, I just can't risk her getting stuck when I'm not there to help her. And she's just so incredibly old. So I am going to be saying goodbye to Ducky, probably between this vlog and the next. So there is that. And again, the grannies are also very old, so hopefully that's the only goodbye I have between vlogs, but we will just have to see. So yeah, the only other thing is, Cappy pointed out to me that I could do intros between the Grabies, the Weather Girls, and Baker, and then not have to worry about them anymore. And I thought about it a bit, and I was kind of hesitant at first, which is kind of right, especially if I want to continue that group. And it makes sense for getting back down to 3 groups, which has been my goal for a bit. So I'm going to be doing that next vlog, and I'm anxious. The Weather Girls have gone through 5 intros so far with 2 successes. So not a great track record. But we're going to go for it, and hopefully they will be accepting of the girls. The girls are pretty confident, I will say. The failures, one was with Ducky and Dorothy, who were very difficult to do intros with for most of their lives. They calmed down after they hit 2, but before that it was so difficult. But yeah, so that's where we are with all of that. So I'll go ahead and end this video here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what to do. All the fun stuff down below. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!